Hello everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. And it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and this is going to be kind of me explaining why and kind of where I've been and what's been going on. So I am outside, and you might hear the train in the background. Our neighbors have guinea hens, and they're out and about, and I heard them a little while ago, so they might come over and pay me a visit, I don't know. But I'm sorting through this rusty stuff, my latest batch of doing some rusty stuff. So I'll throw a picture up as I'm talking to you guys to kind of let you see how this looked before I started, taking everything apart and trying to sort and organize it. These are some large numbers that I did. I'm going to work on these off camera because it's pretty noisy when I'm sitting here scraping the excess rust off. These are letters and numbers, mostly numbers, metal, that I got from Hobby Lobby, and they were in the clearance section. I've been buying them probably over the last few months or so. I mostly wanted all the numbers. All the 5s I gave to Angie because that's her favorite number. And then there are some letters and stuff in here. And they were originally 49 cents a piece. Then they clearanced them down to 19 cents a piece. And then I just grabbed a bunch more. So I have more than what's here, but this is just kind of what I have. And so these are some, it's hard for me to see the viewfinder. Sorry guys if I'm doing this wonky or weird. Like this is a number 3, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm dusting off, like I'm taking off some of this excess right here, but I'm leaving the rest, of course. And so I have those in there, and I also have some smaller ones that are from Dollar Tree, like these right here. I wanted to see how the cheaper ones from Dollar Tree would rust, and it looked like they just did the same thing as the larger ones, so that was a good, nice surprise. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, can't probably mention this already or not, you guys, I think I did, yes. I'm going to be working on organizing this, and then when I'm putting them in, these are the tool organizers or whatever from the tool section at Dollar Tree, and I just grabbed 6 last time I was there. I might need more, I don't know. From looking at this pile that I have in here, I'm probably gonna need more than what I have, which is fine. So let me just say from the jump that this is not like a video where I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do something or tutorial or whatever. I mean, I'm just literally dusting excess rust off of these things and organizing them because it gives me something to do with my hands, because I do talk with my hands a lot, and just kind of as I'm chit-chatting with you guys, kind of explaining where I've been, what's been going on, and all that fun stuff. So I have a playlist on my channel. Can't remember what I titled. I think it was My Journey with Trigeminal Neuralgia or Brain Surgery. I can't remember. So I'll put a link for that below if you guys are interested in watching it. If you're not, that playlist, that is completely fine. I will never know if you do or you don't, which is fine because I know a majority of you are here for all the creative fun stuff. But I do have, a pretty good size community, I guess you could say, of people who also have what I have, or others who have chronic pain of some sort, and they have, mentioned to me in emails and comments and messages and things like that ever since I put that playlist up, which was in 2014, I think. 14 or 15, I can't remember exactly. They've just connected on that level of dealing with chronic pain and trying to find things to stay creative and, try to help keep our minds off the pain. It doesn't take it away, of course, but it, sometimes it's a distraction, I guess what I'm trying to say. So that's what this video is going to be. I've been struggling, you guys, with my depression, and this is very awkward for me to talk about, and because I don't talk about stuff like this on my channel. And I don't know, I guess because my channel is a creative one, I suppose, and I figure most people probably wouldn't care to hear, and that's fine too. But, I do have a playlist on my channel for that. And having trigeminal neuralgia and anesthesia dolorosa, which I got from my brain surgery, which failed, and it gave me the anesthesia dolorosa disease on top of the trigeminal neuralgia, my original issue. So that affects every single aspect of my life, and literally everything in my life. So I was first diagnosed in, I think it was October of 2014, might be the end of September. I'd have to look back on my pain journal because I don't remember exactly. But so the day that my life changed forever was August 24th, 2014. I literally woke up and instantly started having pain. And I'm not going to go into all of that because I've shared that in previous videos and from that playlist, so I'll just let you guys kind of go watch that video, that playlist, if you're interested. So, and I also wanted to say I should have started off with this, that I am in no way, shape, or form looking for sympathy. I'm not trying to be a whiny baby. I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself or anything like that. I'm just simply sharing with you guys what's been going on with me and where I've been, because my chronic pain affects every single thing in my life, every aspect. And so, including, me being creative and doing stitching and uploading videos and things of that nature. So along with my diagnosis, I was also diagnosed with chronic mood disorder, and which is pretty common when you have chronic pain to be diagnosed with some sort of mental health, thing, whether it be some level of depression or whatever. Different people, have different things in their life and stuff. So I have been I've been struggling with that for the past month, where it's been like increased with the like my mood and my desire to do anything and just lack of energy and stuff like that. I gotta stop for a second because I need to rest my back. I gotta bend over. So anyway, I have just been having a hard time with this, and it helps me to talk about it, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. So if this isn't the kind of content you like to watch or listen, I have 11 and a half years worth of videos on my channel, different ones, I have tons and tons of playlists and things like that. So I will, first of all, I'll never know if you don't want to watch a video, this one, which is completely fine. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to watch something that is not interesting to them. So I just wanted to mention that pretty early in the video, hopefully, and so you guys will know that this is not like, a normal Abby video type of a thing. So I've just been having a hard time with, I don't want to say mentally, because I don't know what the right word would be, but with my depression, and then just my lack of, actually it's not even a lack, it's been non-existent of wanting to do anything at all, especially anything creative, which is really out of the ordinary for me, because I try to every day do some sort of stitching, whether it be an embroidery I'm always working on, or some small stitchy pieces or something like that, and I have just done nothing for the past month. I just have not felt like it, and I know the reason why is because my depression has increased and my pain flares up. I have pain 24/7. I'm not exaggerating. Having trigeminal neuralgia is one of the worst pains out there, and it's a facial pain disease is what I have. There's no cure for it, and so it's not terminal or anything like that. I'm not trying to come across like that. It's not. Absolutely not. Thank goodness it's not. But, it affects everything, whether I feel like talking that day, whether I can chew food that day. And I've been having a lot of smoothies lately because it's just been pretty painful for me to even chew, whether it be, a lean cuisine or anything, an apple or whatever. It's just, it hurts. And so, sometimes the pain gets a lot worse, and that's kind of what I've been dealing with. I haven't been doing a lot of talking. Just because excessive talking and moving my, my mouth and stuff really affects it. It's very uncomfortable. That's why I haven't really been doing any videos, and why I haven't been, too super chatty on social media or anything like that. Not that I'm verbally talking on my social media as far as like Instagram and whatnot, but I just have not been in the mood to do anything at all. And I'm not a lazy person. I don't want people who don't know me to think that, because I'm not. But it's just this lack of desire to do anything. Like, it just feels exhausting. And this is, again, the part where I'm not trying to come across as I'm complaining or whining or, oh, poor Abby. Or, that is not it. I'm just being 100% real with you guys on what's been going on with me. And so I have people who follow me for non-crafty creative reasons because of my TN and AD playlist that I have, because they either have the same thing I do or a version of it, or they have a different type of chronic pain or illness. And I've been told by people who follow me for those reasons that, my videos have helped them, which is amazing. It's hard for me to even say that because I don't want to come across like I'm being conceited or anything like that. It's just, that's just what they've reached out and told me over the past, well, I guess since I guess it was in fall of 2014 is when I made that playlist. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure I started it before I had my surgery. So anyway, so it just helps me to talk, and I know that from past feedback that it helps others as well, and because they've shared that with me. And so that's, you know, kind of why I'm doing this as well, just to kind of hopefully just kind of encourage other people to kind of push through, which is what I'm doing. It might sound kind of weird I'm saying that, because for about a month I wasn't doing anything, but I'm trying my best to get out there and do stuff. Like, I don't feel like doing this at all. I don't feel like doing anything creative at all. I did kind of force myself yesterday. I set myself up in the living room where I'm working on some stitch meditation type projects, and I may film later, not today, because I feel like I'm struggling to talk. Most people say they cannot tell, but I can tell because it's me. The left half of my face is not completely numb, I shouldn't say that, but it's numb. It always the left side of my face is always in this constant sensation and feeling, like when you go to the dentist and you get a cavity filled, and then when you leave, how your face feels. That's how the left side of my face feels. My tongue, my left side of my mouth, and everything. It just feels like that. In the anesthesia dolorosa pain, which is the painful numbness, and just to give you kind of a quick definition of that, the numbness will get more pronounced, and it feels like it's harder and harder for me to speak and enunciate. And I kind of, not stutter, but I feel like I'm having a hard time spitting words out and stuff. So you guys may not even notice it. Maybe I'm bringing it to your attention, but I'm very self-conscious about it because I feel it, and I just feel it. And I have a tendency to talk really fast, which I'm trying to work on, but I've been that way my whole life. And so that probably is a factor too. I don't know. Anyway, so I forgot where I was even at. What was I talking about? This is going to be really scatter you guys, because I'm just kind of all over the place right now. So I apologize for that. If that's annoying or anything to anybody. But I have just had no desire to do anything. I am so behind in, you know, commenting back to people on, you know, social media. Steve and I's anniversary was July 19th. We've been married for 14 years. I posted about it, but I haven't really been on social media since then, like replying to people who've commented to me, which I know is completely probably rude of me to do that. I don't do that on purpose. I really don't. It's just when I get in this really kind of deeper depression because of my pain, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like talking to anybody. I don't feel like doing anything creative. Some days I won't even get myself dressed. And there are just sometimes I don't feel like going outside the house at all. Steve is out of state right now with his company he has, and so there are times, you know, I have to go into town because I need to get groceries and things like that, which is fine, but I try to put it off as long as I can. And if anybody knows me, I love to shop. I like being out. I'm very much a social person. I love it. I just really enjoy it. That's my personality, and so it's very different when I don't feel like that, and it's because of my pain, and when the depression kicks in, it's like even worse. And so that's kind of what's been going on with me. I haven't really done anything, and again, it's not intentional. I do Marco Polo with one of my good friends, Renelle, and I am behind, I think, like 8 messages, video messages from her. And I've been talking with her through text and stuff, and so she knows what's going on with me, and that I'm not being rude or a bad friend, even though I feel that way. It's not intentional. I mean, I really try so hard, you guys, to do normal things, but, you know, I can't control my mood and how my depression hits me. And so and I'm trying really hard not to cry because I don't want to do that, especially because I've got rust off my hands and I don't want to get rusty face. It's just been really difficult. And so I'm kind of sort of forcing myself to even be doing this because, to be honest with you guys, I would rather just be sitting in the house and not doing anything. Having Sophie on my lap, me just kind of zoning out to, you know, stuff on TV, and just kind of, I have this game on my, or it's an app, I guess, on my phone and my tablet. It's called Happy Caller, and I like it because it's a very mindless thing to do. It doesn't take a lot of energy. I mean, I'm literally sitting with my phone or my tablet with the stylus, and I'm just going tick, 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 you know, tapping around on the screen, coloring in the different things. It's like it's like different images and stuff, and it's like kind of like paint by number, but it's, you know, on your phone or your tablet or whatever. And I really enjoy that, and I do that daily for hours sometimes, especially when I'm not feeling well and I'm just, you know, kind of down for the day or whatever. So that's been something that's been, you know, really helpful to me, and that's really what I feel like doing, is just going back in the house, sitting down, doing that, and just, you know, having Sophie on my lap, and me just not doing anything. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, whether you have pain or not. I mean, everybody deserves to have those days where you're just kind of relaxing and things like that. But for me personally, and I'm only speaking for myself, I know that the longer I get in that mode and the longer I kind of succumb to that, it's worser. Listen to me trying to speak English here. It's worse for me because I just continue to go down and down and down and down, and I don't want to do that. I did want to mention this. I should have said it in the beginning as well, but like I said, you guys, I'm just really scattery, and my face is really hurting and the numbness and blah 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 blah. But I'm trying to push through this. I have never, ever, not one time in my life, have ever wanted to do anything to harm myself. So I don't want anybody who doesn't know me to think that those kind of thoughts have come in my head or anything. Never has for me, ever, not one time. And I'm a Christian, and I, pray and turn to God for, help and support and trying to get me through. And then, my circle of friends and stuff that help me with this, and my family and things like that. So I just wanted to mention that. I don't want anybody to worry or think that is anything on the forefront of my mind, because it's not. So when I say a deep, darker place is what I mean, where I feel like I don't want to be doing anything at all. And that's what I mean by that. I kind of want to shut myself off from the world, and that's just kind of what I do. And it's just been really hard. I don't know why it has hit me so hard this past month. It's really sporadic when I get to this really bad state where I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get up, and it's a struggle for me to get up and try to take a shower, which sounds really pathetic. I know that. But unless you have what I have, and you have depression and then the chronic mood disorder on top of that, for me, that is a reality for me. And that's kind of what I'm getting out of now. I feel like I'm kind of on the, the downhill slope of this. And so I'm really pushing myself today to get outside, enjoy the sunshine, and, do something and that needs to be done, number one. And then just kind of trying to keep myself busy. I'm trying not to focus so much on what I'm going through, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does or not, you guys, but that's just kind of what's been going on with me, and it's just been really difficult. And I have support and stuff, like I said, with my family, my friends. So I have people to talk to and things like that. It's just I just don't feel like doing anything. And if you suffer with any type of depression or mental health issues, or whatever you want to call it, you probably know what I'm kind of talking about and how I'm feeling. And it's just really hard, you guys. I struggle a lot with it, and I know a lot of people look at me or can't look at me and be like, what is wrong with you? What do you mean you have chronic pain? And you look normal and fine, because what I have is an invisible illness. It's in my head. Literally, the pain is in my head. It's the trigeminal nerve, and it's causing this severe pain in my face. Mine happens to be on my left side, my ear and everything. And I don't look like there's anything wrong with me. And so sometimes I feel really I don't think guilty is the word, because it's not my fault that I have this, but I feel like I have to explain myself a lot, because I feel like people are going to think I'm lazy, or oh, it's just a migraine. And I am not, that's what I'm looking for. I am not trying to downplay migraines, because I know that those are horrific. I had them up until I got this pain, because that my trigeminal pain is so severe that I don't even notice I'm having a migraine until I get that aura in like my eyes, that it's a visual thing, and then I can tell I'm having a migraine, but I don't feel it because my other pain is so bad. I mean, I was taking medicine for it, and I have friends and former co-workers who would be down. They would actually have to be off of work because their migraines would be so bad, and would put them down for like a week or something. So I am in no way, shape, or form trying to make it sound like migraines aren't a big deal, because they are. It's probably because they don't really know what it is that I have, and I never heard of it until I was diagnosed with it. And so some people just, because they just don't know, and they're like, oh, you have migraines, and I'm like, no, it's not migraines, and stuff like that. And I know they're just trying to be helpful, and I totally appreciate that. I really do. But it's just hard to explain to some people who don't know when they ask or inquire about it. I don't walk around and be like, oh, hey, I have trigeminal neuralgia. I have facial pain. Oh, I had surgery, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. Number one, that'd be really weird, and they'd probably call the cops on me or something for being some kind of a weirdo in the store or whatever. But when I meet new people, because when we still lived in Oregon, you know, my coworkers and my family, my friends, and, you know, acquaintances and whatnot, they all knew what was going on because, you know, they were there when this first started and all that kind of stuff. And so when I meet new people, and I've been making some new friends here in our part of Montana that I didn't know before until we moved to this area. You know, I don't like instantly go, hey, my name's Abby, I have this, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. But this one neighbor in particular who I've, you know, been texting a lot and stuff, and Steve has, you know, kind of made a friendship with, or starting a friendship with her husband. They're really nice people. I've talked to her about it because she wanted me to come over one day to get some greens from her garden, and mornings are really hard for me, and I'm probably talking like this because I talk like all over the place. That's just me. And I had to explain a little bit because I didn't want her to think I'm lazy and I'm just sleeping in all day or whatever because I just have nothing else to do. And she didn't think anything like that, but see, that's my problem, and it's nobody else's problem. It's something with me where I feel like I have to explain or over-explain because I don't want people to think I'm lazy, you know, that I'm just being dramatic or whatever. But I did talk with her and explain because there's some things that I could not do because I wasn't feeling well, and I didn't want her to think that I didn't want to hang out with her or get to know her better. And she, you know, she understands it. She actually knows a little bit about it. She used to work with a neurologist or in a neurology office, so she's kind of had some general knowledge of it. And so when I meet new people, it's like I said, it's not difficult, but when I can't go do things, or if I stop talking because I'm getting, you know, some zaps in my cheek and stuff, I worry that people are going to think I'm nuts because they can't see what's wrong, and they don't know what's wrong because I haven't told them, because that's really a weird thing to do, at least for me, you know. So I don't even know where I was going with that. I swear, you guys, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Well, there's lots of things wrong with me, but anyway, so I've just been having a hard time. Like, can't remember if I mentioned this already or not, because I keep starting and stopping, but I have, the last couple of days, I feel like I'm kind of slowly getting back to the normal me, whatever that may look like, and, you know, I'm starting to get interest back into the things that I like to do, and I'm getting outside and that kind of stuff. So I'm really grateful that that has been happening, that I'm kind of getting back to my normal. Excuse me, I gotta take a drink of water. Side note, I got this at Walmart for $2.99, or I think, yeah, it was $2.99 in the clearance section. They had a bunch of them. Of course, I took the purple. I don't know why they're discounted so cheap on clearance, because they, you know, there's nothing wrong with them, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm starting to feel better, which is good, which is why I have the energy and kind of the desire to be out here and doing this video, because I wanted to kind of explain where I've been, because I've had some people reach out to me and like, are you okay, and what's going on, blah blah blah. And that's been through emails and some messages on Facebook. So just a second, there's an airplane going overhead. I'll be right back. Okay, so by me doing this today, it's not only am I kind of letting people know what's been going on, where I've been, because as I mentioned, I've had people ask me, and instead of just replying to individual messages and stuff, I thought it'd be easier for me to just do a video and kind of get it out there. Plus, it helps me, you guys. It's probably a little bit selfish of me, but me doing this video is helping me to work through this and get over this as best as I can. And this kind of a thing will happen again, because it has, since I've, you know, been diagnosed with this, and I know that that's going to happen. That's just part of the cycle of having those diagnoses. And you know, so each time that this happens, I try my best to push through it and work through it, but I don't sleep very well because of my pain, despite the medications I take. And I literally get about, I would say maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep each day. So and when I was still working after my surgery, it was so hard to work. And I talk about that in an older video, so I won't go into that right now. But so with me not being able to work anymore, I'm able to, you know, stop whatever it is I'm doing, go lay down, whether I sleep, whether I'm just sitting still for half an hour or whatever, and just kind of doing some stitching or doing that color game I was telling you guys about, or just zoning out on TV. It helps me. It helps, you know, helps with that. But I'm always tired, and there are days where I have a lot of energy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like some, you know, zombie walking around. there's a lot of times, I would say probably most days I have quite a bit of energy where I feel like doing stuff, being out and whatever. But even on those days, my peeing is still the level it always is. It never goes down. It's always at this constant number or level, and it will go up. It never goes down. And I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, but I have just been doing better. I'm just really tired, which is, I feel like I sound really super pathetic because I don't work. I don't have any kids at home to take care of. They're out on their own. I just have little Sophie, our little mini Dotson, in case you are new to my channel and you're like, who's Sophie? She's our little mini dapple Dotson. I'll put some pictures up of her. I love her. We had a Dotson before. Her name was Bella. We had her for 11 years. We had to put her down, unfortunately. She had stomach cancer. So that was really hard because she had become my comfort companion when I was diagnosed in 2014. And then Steve, you know, we talked and we got Sophie. And so she's like a year and 7 months, 8 months, somewhere around there. But it's a huge comfort to me. Even when she, you know, wants to play it, I don't feel like it, that kind of a thing, but she's a huge comfort to me. She's like my comfort companion, you know, so it just helps me get through these rough times. And so talking about it also helps me too. I'm a huge journaler. I always have been. And I'm not talking like planner journal. I'm talking like just, you know, literally writing on paper, pen to paper type of thing. I've done that since I was a preteen, and that helps me a lot too. But talking also helps me kind of, I guess, puke it out, so to speak. I gotta get another drink here. Hang on a second. So I have kind of mixed feelings on me even doing this video. One, because I feel very, like I said, vulnerable because I'm talking about things that I don't talk about with anybody aside like my family and my close circle of friends and stuff. And I just don't want to look like I'm coming across as having a pity party, looking for sympathy, or woe is Abby, or, you know, my pain is worse than anybody else's pain, because that is not the case at all. Everybody's pain and what they go through is just as valid as mine. I have never ever thought or said that my pain is worse than anybody else's, because, you know, who am I to judge anybody else and their pain? I'm not in their body, nor would I ever do that, whether I have what I have or not. People to feel like they can't talk about whatever their elements are or what their pains are because I have chronic pain. And so I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, but where was I even going with that? I don't even know where I was going with that. I feel like this video is just like all over the place. It feels like that game Scattergories. Oh, about me doing this video. And so I hope it doesn't sound too crazy what I'm doing and stuff, but you know, you guys, it's really hard. Life is really hard when you have pain all the time. I mean, literally every second. And I'm not having the pity party. I'm just telling you guys how I'm feeling. And I don't know if I'll ever do a video like this again because I feel really stupid even doing this one. But it's just hard, and I really try the best that I can. And some people who don't know my history and stuff, they don't even, you know, they're surprised. They're like, you know, I can't believe you do as much as you do because you don't, you know, you don't talk about it, or you don't look like you're hurting, not taking away from my pain, but just, you know, I'm not always holding my head or my face or something like that, you know. And so I just really tried, because I don't want this to take any more of my life than it has, because it has literally flipped my world upside down. I had to stop working, which was not my choice, and I was really angry about it because I've always had a job since I was 18, and which is when I graduated from high school. And I don't like feeling like, you know, Steve has to carry me or whatever. And I know that we're married, and it's you know, it's what, you know, spouses will do. I don't know. It's just hard. I don't like it. And I don't like feeling like I have to rely on somebody else, because I've always been pretty independent. But I'm just trying my best, you guys, to push myself and try to get back into doing things that I used to do and things that I love to do, you know. And I'm just really trying. And I just want to, I guess I'll just wrap this up because I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. But I just wanted to share with you guys what's been going on, where I've been, and what I'm kind of going through, and what I'm trying to do to push myself out of this. Like I said, I feel like I'm on the end of this episode of this deeper depression, because I'm up out of the house and I'm doing some things, and you know, I have some stitchy projects I have kind of assembled in the house that I've been working on. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a video and chit chat with you guys and kind of showing you what I'm working on if I feel up to talking and stuff. But yeah, so I guess that's it. I apologize again for this extremely rambly, crazy, scattery type of video. I just, like I already said to you guys probably 500 times why I wanted to do the video. So thank you guys for letting me just share with you. And I hope I didn't, you know, offend anybody or make anybody be like, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe because this chick is crazy or anything like that. So again, I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm not having a pity party. That's really important for me to say that, because I worry people are going to think I'm doing that, and I'm not. I'm just sharing with you guys. Like I feel guilty that I'm making you guys have to sit through this video. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop because I feel like I already said 5 times, I feel like I'm just kind of repeating myself. So I will be sharing some stuff with you guys soon. I'm going to kind of get back in the routine of posting stuff on Instagram and my Facebook page. I'm Purple Cottage Crafts everywhere. I have all my links in the description box below, so you can come check me out there. And I promise I'm still here and I'm still doing things, working on things as I kind of feel like it and I'm able to do. So again, thank you guys for listening. Apologize again if this video is just off the wall or whatever. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.